Good evening, I'm Heather Herron.
And I'm Brett Thomas. Human trafficking. It's considered modern-day slavery, forcing people to work against their will.
It happens in every corner of the world, including right here in Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio. But many people don't realize how big of a problem it really is. That's why 15 Finds Out investigator Alyssa Ivinson started digging deeper to uncover the problem of hidden predators.
Human trafficking encompasses both sex trafficking and labor trafficking. It affects men and women of all ages, races, and social status. It's a $150 billion illegal industry worldwide. The FBI considers sex trafficking to be the fastest growing organized crime. It's estimated 18,000 people were trafficked in the U.S. in 2015. Half were children, 75% trafficked into the sex trade. In Indiana last year, nearly 200 cases of underage sex trafficking were reported to one service provider alone. On any given day, hundreds of children are being advertised for sex online in just 10 Indiana cities. 25 to 40 of those are in Fort Wayne. The numbers can be staggering, but stopping human trafficking starts with acknowledging that it's happening here, and it's happening now.
It's here, just people don't notice it.
We see it on a regular basis.
Fort Wayne, Indiana, shocked me.
It can happen to anybody, any race, any religion, any gender.
We don't think it's here. We think it's third world underdeveloped countries, and that's not true at all. It's here in Indiana, it's Fort Wayne, Huntington.
If you allow yourself to be educated and you open your eyes and understand what trafficking really looks like, then you'll never be able to deny it again.
Last year, the Fort Wayne Police Department investigated 15 cases of sex trafficking. 11 victims in those cases, 23 people arrested. In a joint operation with the FBI, the department also helped rescue 3 more underage girls from sex trafficking. What do those numbers say to you?
I think it's surprising, and also that it's probably something that's even bigger than what we even realize. Probably just really the tip of the iceberg.
Our numbers on human trafficking are probably well under what they really are because we don't really know.
How big a problem is human trafficking in Northeast Indiana?
It's one of our largest, fastest growing crimes. The one thing that our investigators are finding is that gangs are now realizing that they can sell a drug once, but they can sell a child 3 or 4 times in a day.
Not all, but most sex trafficking involves women or girls forced into prostitution or pornography.
We have a lot of local pimps that live right here in Fort Wayne. And, you know, we use the word pimp and everybody, they picture, you know, leisure suits and big puffy hats. It's anybody. It's just a businessman is all it is.
The FBI's been targeting sex trafficking in Fort Wayne for the last 3 years, working undercover operations to try to help girls get out and take down the traffickers.
I can guarantee there is no hotel in Fort Wayne that we have not been to or had an operation in. It'll happen everywhere and anywhere. At the beginning of last year, over the course of a month, we started working into 4 different cases of human trafficking. So in the span of 3 months, we had 8 girls that we were dealing with, and they were all underage.
It can start many different ways. Girls often groomed over social media. Traffickers make them feel special and wanted, will even buy dinners and presents.
And then all of a sudden, hey, you've got to do this for me. And then when she doesn't, he either beats her or has somebody else beat her. And then she's so afraid for her life that she doesn't really have an option. And some women, it's very difficult for them to get out of that.
You know, they will find ways to manipulate you and brainwash you into thinking that you're the girlfriend, you're more important than the other girls, this is just how it is. Using other girls to say, hey, I've been doing this for X number of years, it's really not that big a deal.
One Fort Wayne case involved a teenager who ran away from home. She put on Facebook she needed a ride. Within 6 hours of getting picked up, she was prostituting.
Prostituted with 3 people until they met with us when we finally were able to stop it, and we got on it quickly. I mean, it was that next morning we saw it and we acted on it. As fast as we saw those pictures, we thought, she's underage, we need to get her like now. So we were the first date for the morning, so we stopped it quickly.
How misunderstood is sex trafficking?
I think the perception is most women want to be doing what they're doing.
I could tell you I've talked to all of them, and none of them wanted to do this, but they got stuck.
Post-advertising girls can be found all over the internet. One of the more popular sites, Backpage, was recently censored by the government.
It's a good message to bring awareness, which is obviously why a lot of things have been upticking, is there's a lot more awareness in human trafficking. So it is a nice thing to bring awareness, and maybe in the end, it'll bring up more support.
But awareness starts in the community, and everyone acknowledging when something doesn't seem right.
People look at it and say, oh, that doesn't seem right, but then they cast it off because they're busy with what their day is, so they don't realize what they just saw.
Do they have hotel keys? Do they have an excessive amount of money? Who are they with? Are they hanging with people that appear too old to be their boyfriend or girlfriend, but too young to be a parent? Other things like, how do they behave around them? Are they really open and honest about what's going on? Or are they very guarded in what they talk to you about? If that person is around and you ask them what they did today and they can't tell you without asking for permission, there's a problem there.
Every Thursday this month, we will continue our series showing you ways you can protect your children, the hidden pitfalls of social media, and the challenges law enforcement can face combating sex trafficking. Next Thursday is Katie Roche's story. She was forced into sex trafficking when she was only 8. Now a survivor, she shares her story of a long journey of healing and a message to girls trapped in the sex trade right now. Now, if you think you've seen sex trafficking, or if you're in a situation now and you need help, here's the number to call. The free national hotline is 888-373-7888. You can also call your local police. And right now on Wayne.com, we also have a list of resources for you, warning signs and red flags, so you can spot human trafficking and try to stop it.
One of those things you think can't happen here, but it does.
It does every day in every city in America.
All right, thank you, Alyssa.